thanks for tuning in to another review. This is a film review for Hunt for the Wilderpeople, again on Netflix. It tackles foster care and the merry-go-round that a lot of the kids have to go through in the foster care circuit. It's a comedy, but it tackles it with aplomb, actually. Some of the acting in it at times is a little bit pantomime. The antagonist, Paula, the child support woman, she's a little bit panto, but she's good, it works. And her kind of partner in crime, Andy the policeman, again, both a little bit panto, a little bit slapstick, but it works, it's good. So the opening scene, we see them drop off this little lad, Ricky Baker, who seems to be a Maori or Polynesian kid, bit of a troublesome kid, and Paula gets this across to Bella and Hector, who are the two people taking little Ricky in. Now, Bella and Hector quite clearly aren't your conventional family, and they live in the outback, or it's not the outback in New Zealand, it's the bush. Might add, it's really nice to see a film from New Zealand. We don't seem to get a lot of content out of New Zealand. Flight of the Conchords is one of my favourite things. Speaking of which, Rhys Darby, who plays Murray in Flight of the Conchords, he makes a cameo in this, and he is brilliant. Again, a little bit panto, but it's fantastic, fits brilliantly with the piece. He's called Psycho Sam, really, really good. Anyway, so the opening scene, Ricky Baker gets dropped off, and Ricky steals the scene without actually saying a word. It's brilliant, it's really, really good. The character that plays Ricky Baker is called Julian something or other. Sorry, Julian. He's brilliant, absolutely brilliant, one to watch for the future. I mean, the thing is with kid actors, they don't always go into acting as a profession, but if he chooses to, he's got a very bright future. Moving on. I can't really tell you too much about the actual premise of the film, other than Hector and Ricky go on a bit of a journey at one point, and that's kind of what the film is about, is the journey that they go on, and the bond that is formed. I just can't say anything because it will give too much away, but all I'd say is go and watch it. Absolute heartwarming and great insightful tale. Sam Neill plays Uncle Hector in it. Sam Neill, who you'll remember from the main guy in Jurassic Park. He's actually from New Zealand. I had no idea. I was like, is that accent good? I can't work out if that accent's good or not. And then I Googled him, and he's from New Zealand, which probably I should have known, but he's fantastic in this. The lady who plays Bella, she's superb. Prima Tiwiata, getting that name massively wrong. She is superb. What a great story. Again, the baddie Paula comes back into it. Andy comes back into it. There's a little bit of at one point. All I can say is go and watch this. I'm going to give this 4 stars because it's funny, it's compelling. I wasn't picking up my phone and checking stuff. I really found it very watchable, very enjoyable. You can watch it with the family. Although, if you are a vegan family, I may give it a miss because there's a lot of kind of, not animal cruelty, but you know, like they live on a farm and there is a couple of moments where they do what farmers in the bush do. It's real, or well, real from what the stereotype of the people in the bush in New Zealand live like, but there's not necessarily animal cruelty. It is almost necessary for what they're doing as farmers. But I wouldn't say it's for the vegan family. For anybody else, I'd say, yeah, let the kids watch it. It's real. It shows you what life's about. And also, you know, maybe watching it with the kids, if they're not familiar with foster care or adoption and things like that, it's an insight into what a lot of kids go through. Because a lot of kids in this country are, you know, need a home, need fostering. If you are out there and you can't have kids, but you would love them, foster, go and adopt, do those things, because I'm telling you now, there are hundreds of kids out there, not just in New Zealand or Australia or America, but also in Britain and the Western world. In fact, not just the Western world, across the world, there are hundreds of kids that are lacking love. And this kid is labelled a bad kid. And what I found throughout my life is that all bad kids need is good people and love. Because what a lot of bad kids haven't had is the education on being moral, virtuous and loving. And that's all really any kid needs. No kid is inherently bad. All bad behaviour is learned. So all they really need is a good family like Heck and Bella to learn good practice from. But anyway, that got a bit deep, as did my Atypical review. I don't know if you've seen that, but that's about a kid with autism. Go and watch all my other reviews. I've got reviews out for Atypical, Personal Shopper, All the Money in the World. I'm loving loads out. Been smashing out the reviews. But yes, this one, 4 stars, Hunt for the Wilderpeople on Netflix. Go and check it out. Certainly worth a couple of hours of your time. Good to watch with the family. Wouldn't necessarily say it's a kids film as such. Well, it definitely isn't a kids film, but can watch it with the kids if you're there to kind of explain, because they may have a few questions. I do think it's going to be educational, informative, compelling, entertaining. Can't get much more than that. There's your 4 stars. Thanks for watching. I've been Marcus J. Richardson. Until next time, peace!